Peyton, how would you just describe the intensity and kind of playoff-like atmosphere that it seemed like tonight was?
I mean, it was a special game tonight. We knew it was going to be a battle from the jump. They're an amazing team from top to bottom. They just have, all the guys that kind of put fear in your heart going to games like this because they're all so capable. But for us, it was just about us tonight, executing, doing the right things, and building good habits before we get here in the playoffs.
Hey, what's the most important thing when guarding a team like the Celtics that are so dangerous from the perimeter?
I think it's just attention to detail with them, knowing each guy's tendencies, watching the film, knowing what they've done in previous games and studying it. And that's something that I think we did a really good job of, was preparing. Our coaching staff always does a good job of keeping us prepared. But we just wanted to come out tonight and get a win.
Peyton, for you, when you're kind of on the sidelines watching the finals run last season, how important are games like this for you, where it's clearly a playoff atmosphere with both teams having a lot of fans in the arena tonight, and just kind of the overall intensity of a game like this?
It means a lot to me, especially that my teammates and my coaches trust me in these type of situations at 21 years old. It really means a lot to me. And even in the game on Tuesday against Phoenix, you know what I'm saying, we did lose that game, but we learned from it. It was a playoff, intense game as well. And tonight we came out with the right mindset. We didn't want to drop 2 at home, and we came out to win.
Is there a shot you feel like you can't block?
No, man. I like to think that nothing's out of reach. I shoot for the stars. Always been a big dreamer, so I just try to do as much as I can. It's still a dream come true playing in this league every night at a high level with one of the best teams in the league. So for me, no task is too tall. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win and whatever for my teammates.
So what are you thinking when you go up so high and then you're over your teammates' back, and do you have a thought like, uh-oh, where am I?
A little bit, but I knew it was Joker because he's the only one who was going to be able to hold me up there. And thank God, because he saved us both. I was just kind of like, I hope I didn't hurt him, But I'm glad that I was able to make the play, that we both came out of it alive. And, I'm glad we got the win.
You gonna give Jamal a cut to your hype man? A couple times in the crowd. Get into that.
Yeah, man, that's me and Jamal for you. Both super passionate about the game. We both wear our emotions on our faces, and we like to play and come out here and do it for the fans, They're who give us energy on a night-in, night-out basis, and especially in games like that, it's big to have them. And me and Maul just want to get the crowd involved as much as possible, but more than anything, I think me and Maul share special chemistry. We're very similar, and our personalities match amazing. So I'm glad that we were able to build that chemistry off the court, and that it's, it's on the court as well.
Can you describe AJs Dunk?
AG's special, man. He's the best dunker I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen somebody with the coordination, and he rarely ever misses a dunk. Like, that's something that you never see from him. So for him to be able to grab that ball, it looked like it was at his ankle, and for him to, give us that energy we needed right there, then and there on that play, it was huge. And I think that it was a big momentum swing in the game, and it's a big reason why we won.
What do you think? Who has more balance between you and AJ?
Me. Next question.
What do you think makes that Jokic AG alley play so unstoppable?
You got to start with the head of the snake with Nikola. He draws so much attention, and he can score at any given time. And down the stretch, he was super aggressive, and he dominated down the stretch. And that's exactly what we want from him. To go out there, be confident, trust himself, trust us, and that's what he did. So for him to draw that much attention and, be one of the best players in the league, I think that really helps. But also just AG's timing, his poise. He's never flustered in those situations. He always knows exactly where to be. And, it's a joy to watch for me, man. They sealed the game with some amazing plays, and I'm glad I get to be a part of it and learn from it.
How unique is it that that's like your guys' just go-to play in the clutch, it seems like?
It's super unique. I call that play 1-5. Get the ball to 1-5, and he's going to make the right play. So AG is the perfect complementary piece for him. And this team is just so good in so many ways. Like, we leave teams very little room for error, and I think that's a big part of the reason why we're so deadly. So amazing play. Hats off to my teammates.
What do you think about the big Boston crowd and how loud they were tonight?
It was a big Boston crowd. I was surprised to see that much green in here tonight, but I hope they beat the traffic, man.
You start your career just on the defensive side.
Mhm.
You're adding in transition. Tonight you're hitting mid-range jumpers, you're hitting pull-up jumpers. You've added so much passing. When you look back over the last 2 years of basketball, how much have you kind of like thought about like how much your game has expanded and where do you want it to go from here?
Yeah, I think about it all the time. I'm consumed with it. I'm obsessed with it. It's something that I work on night in, night out is my game. And I've been working for a long, long time and just waiting on an opportunity. And this year I was able to take that leap and be the player that we needed. So I'm glad I was able to do that. And, for me, it's just more than anything about game experience. I didn't play my senior year of high school. I didn't play much at UCLA. And last year I obviously didn't play much at all other than the G League. So I think game by game you're seeing me just get more and more experience, more poised. And I'm just trying to get as good as I can. I'm 21 years old, playing for one of the better teams in the league, and I'm not going to box myself in. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm a 3-and-D or I'm a shot blocker, I'm a defender. I want to be as good as I can get. So that's been a big point of emphasis for me, and I'm glad that the growth is showing.
How many threes are you putting up today? Because Coach says you are working on that because you know where that role is in this offense.
Absolutely. And I come in the morning, and I usually get up about 350 shots before I work out. And then I'll work out with my player development coach, and we'll get some more shots up, probably around 150. So 500 in the morning, and then I'll come back later at night, and I'll try to get close to 200, 250. So I think that program and that regiment has really been night and day. You see the fluidity in the jump shot. You see the confidence behind it. Even a night like Tuesday against Phoenix, I didn't make any, but you didn't see me hesitate to shoot today. And that's a big part of working on my game every night, but also my teammates trusting me, my coaches trusting me, and having me out there on the floor to make plays.
How much of it for you is like starting in the mid-range? Because I know you've been really attacking like that 14 to like 18-foot area this year. I saw you a couple of times, and then like kind of expanding out further maybe as you age.
Yeah, it's definitely inside out for me. I've always kind of had a good touch, and around the rim, that's where I'm most comfortable because I could use my touch. I'm a taller guy, so it's something that comes easier to me. And that mid-range jumper has been my go-to for a long time. I work on it a lot. It's not something that I just pulled out the arsenal and I started making accidentally. It's been years and years and years of work put into it. So I'm glad that it's translating to the NBA game, and that when I find those openings, I am able to cash in on them.
One more?
Peyton, you mentioned that you kind of had 3 years of little experience in an earlier answer. What does it mean that Denver had the faith to draft you in the first round still and then to put you in the rotation as you keep mentioning you're a 21-year-old?
It means a lot, man. It's done so much for my confidence and just my hunger for the game, It's one thing when you believe in yourself and you're going out there and you're putting in the work, but when your coaches and your teammates trusting you as well, it's a different level of responsibility, and I take it very seriously. So I'm glad that I do have this role on this team. There's no place I'd rather be. I'm so thankful for the front office, the coaches, and my teammates for embracing me and just, looking at me as somebody who's special and somebody who can be unique in this league. So it means a lot.
No team's defended a title in the last 5 years. Just wondering what gives you the confidence that this team can do it.
I think it just goes with our preparation on a daily basis. You could see the hunger and the seriousness in guys' eyes. It's getting about that time in the year where, every game means something. Every game is a chance to get better. And that's how we're taking it. We're taking it seriously. Everybody's staying healthy, taking care of their bodies, and everybody's playing for one another. So I think that that's a big differential between us and other teams is that we play for each other. My brother's success is mine, and, so on and so forth.
Thank you, Peyton.
Thank you, guys.